when there's no one to interpret what God has said to a leader, and you stand up and interpret your personal bias. Joseph could have gotten up and said, Pharaoh, those 7 years you saw fat animals, that is you. You're very fat now. Pharaoh, from what I'm seeing, in 7 years you're going to be very thin. For all the fat people, the small people, the poor oppressed mass shall arise, and they shall come. The hungry masses shall arise, and they shall eat up the elite, the governing class. Thus saith the Lord. You false prophet. And that's how no preparation would have occurred, and that whole land would have gone into famine. And you know what may have happened when the people got very hungry and wretched and angry and hungry? They may attack, and you say, you see. Instead of giving the proper word, which can only come from hanging out with God and being free of bitterness. Bitterness will destroy the prophetic word. Anger and rage will take away any capacity to speak from God. Today I was speaking with a young servant of God, and he was talking about that. I told him, you disqualified yourself. I didn't even know when I was telling him. Later on he was responding. Bitterness, rage, anger disqualifies you. We've looked at it in the Bible. Joseph was not angry. He was not raging. He had forgiven. He was walking around there quietly in the prison. Walking around. Asking, having the strength to be asking officials of Pharaoh, why are you looking sad? Tell me, I'll help you. These were officials of Pharaoh. He held no bitterness or vows against them. And that was his connection to the top. As he delivered the true word and left. And as time went on, years later, that man said, I remember my sins today. There's someone that can interpret for you whatever God says to you. There is someone like that. And that's how Joseph came up, gave one interpretation, and became next to the king. Because God does not need your normal process. He doesn't need your protocol. He just needs someone who is free of all these things that disqualify us from being vessels unto honor.